that Disney is done something a little spicy. They've done something that I was kind of surprised happened, but also not so surprised given the fact that they've been employing some questionable people. If you guys caught my video on Grady Judd, they've had a little problem with employment and doing background checks, checking up on people, and checking into who they are. Grady Judd, the sheriff of Polk County, has been arresting several Disney employees who have, let's say, had a problem with children stuff and children types of crimes. What now turns out that they're not just hiring criminals at Disney. Oh, no, 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 no. They're hiring porn stars. So here we go. We have Disney accidentally casting a porn star in The Little Mermaid. So apparently this homeboy here, and this is an Instagram from Jason Soul 1, he was cast as a merman. A merman. Apparently, he was in adult films under the alias Dante Ferrari and his naughty films. He was paid £1,000, which is about 1,680. This is written in Singapore, so Singapore dollars. So let's just say £1,000. And they're available to watch online. The casting bosses decided to hire a number of really sexy male models to play mermen. How well did that work out for you? You know what I love? What I really, truly love is how this whole model of we have to get away from sexy women, right? We can't cast sexy women, but we're going to cast sexy men. Because who are you marketing toward? Who do you think is going to come for that? Is it the adult children? Is it those women that are rocking the mini ears at age 45 that are alone with their cats coming for the hot mermen? I don't know if that's the best move there. It's an insane double standard. They had no idea about Stefano's racy videos. And given The Little Mermaid is a big summer blockbuster for kids, it's a bit embarrassing for Disney. Now, if Valiant ever recovers, we'll debate the big summer blockbuster element. But a little embarrassing? I think it's a very, very embarrassing moment. And of course, he took pictures with people behind the scenes. So he's pictured with all these other folks in these movies. He's also pictured giving some folks the not so floppy fin. So yeah, obviously this is another case of Disney failing to vet once again. Yeah, a blockbuster, I think a very loose term for flop. The future is male. Disney, probably not gay. Thank you. Appreciate you, not gay. And appreciate you coming on and recording with me. Going to try to chop that episode up and get it out in pieces in the near future. Yeah, failure to vet is a big problem over there at Disney. They're doing it time and time and time again. This is a good question. Why can't we go back to having sexy men and women like in the 80s and 90s? I have no problem with that. I have no problem with the kind of the He-Mans or anything else like that. That's fine, right? But just do both. Autistic Tiger says, Tiger, not Iger, or should we say Tiger? Very good. Appreciated with your support over there in Celebration. Celebration, Florida. Okay, well, the last thing I want to get to here, and I this is one thing I want to chop into in terms of Disney news and just something that I think ties in with everything else, is I've been covering stuff from a legal perspective. But as we've worked together, and as I've worked together with WW Pro, Valiant, Mexican Iron Man, those guys, Jonas J. Campbell, we've been talking about how the film side the business side and the legal side are all tied together. So when they're having legal battles, when they're having acquisitions, which have huge legal problems between Comcast and Hulu, giant fighting over that acquisition, over the valuation there, potential issues with a Star Wars purchase, massive legal issues. If you haven't checked out that video, yeah, go check that out. So you've got those legal issues that are costing them money. They're having to make these purchases, and now they're saying they're going to push back pretty much everything major until 2023. So word on the street here is they're shifting the dates back for the Star Wars movies, for Deadpool 3, for all of Marvel, Avatar, all back, pushing it back in time. This is 100% a money-saving move. And it goes hand in hand with what is going on with the Comcast purchase, with the lawsuits, with the financial issues. Absolutely hand in hand. Welcome back, Valiant. Good timing. Good timing. Missed the... you're muted, though, brother.
No, I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good. I said you missed the Little Mermaid porn star bit. But now we're talking about moving the entire slate back.
Yeah, sorry, dad stuff.
To me, no, all good. This is absolutely 100% tied to their financial woes.
Oh, yeah, I've got a video
tomorrow
on this
sure.
exact thing. Yes. I mean, the basic premise of the video tomorrow is the writer's strike saved Disney's ass. And that's what it is.
All the in a financial sense? In a financial
Yes.
sense? Or okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. It's because
it really does.
And being able to push back content, because remember that they said 5.5 million in savings, and so 2.5 was supposed to be non-content. So that's the pulling out of like Nona, that's the closing the Galactic Star Cruiser, that's firing people. That's part of the 2.5 billion in savings. But in addition, they've had to push back their content. Speaking of content, the man, the myth, the legend, who brings the content with him, Tom Connors of Midnight Eds.
Oh, well, Tom. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
How's everybody doing tonight?
We're doing
good.
We're doing great. Appreciate you. Appreciate you stopping by.
Glad to hear it.
I'm become more of a rare bird doing live streams, so I always like to have a little bit of good company, quality company.
Oh, well, thank you.
So only the best. Only the best, Tom.
Simply the best. Yeah.
So what do you think, Tom? What do you think about Disney pushing back their entire slate of movies? Do you have thoughts on that?
It's not surprising. Really. I mean,
sure.
We've been following anybody who's followed them at all. Clearly, this is not a surprise with the writer's strike. First and foremost, everybody's gonna. Let me preface by saying this: we're going to start hearing it well throughout the weeks to come that all the studios are going to be putting a lot of their stuff. Either it's going to get put on the back burner, it's going to get delayed, might get canceled. You know, the only things I think that are not really in any shape or form of getting hurt right now are like maybe Superman Legacy, because that's already written. Deadpool 3 sounds like it's farther along than we thought. Some animated features might be okay because those are kind of pre-written as it is, like pre-storyboarded, all that business. Voice is done way in advance and all that shit. So, you know, I'm not surprised, but also I'm curious how many of these movies won't get canceled. That's my bigger question.
That's the big one, because shifting is one thing. Like shifting, for example, Deadpool from moving it from November 8th and moving it up to May.
That one surprised me because that tells me that they're almost done with it then. Because this is we're just about a year out, so that means they got to be done with Principal's photography pretty much.
Right. So they're trying to move that one up, maybe because they think that's gonna actually make money. I don't know. How did Deadpool 2 do financially? I didn't actually track that in terms of
decently
money.
enough. Yeah.
Deadpool 2 did fine. Deadpool 3 has potential to beat that one because it has Hugh Jackman. Right.
Ooh, yeah, that'll do.
And that's the only reason I'm not worried so much about this movie, because Andre made a good point this morning on the show. Like, usually when a movie like this gets pushed up, Because let's be real, why is this getting pushed up? Because Disney has nothing else. The Marvels
That's right. Yes.
is their last completed Marvel film. They're still shooting the Thunderbolts. Brave New World might be done, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. I think that one also that's the whole point, is that one got delayed, so they had to move. I think that's the one that Deadpool's taking its spot. Or was it the Thunderbolts? One of the two. Either way, those two movies are kind of on the right now. They're going to happen, but anything after that, I'm questioning right now. Because I've been hearing that the problem with the Fantastic Four has to do with the cast is going to cost about $80 million right now.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Because they've got Kylo Ben playing Mr. Fantastic, and I'm sure you've heard some of the other names that have been thrown around for possibilities. That price is going up pretty quick for just the 4 mains, or 5 mains if they have a Doctor Doom too, I'm sure. Because honestly, I would think that what's his face, Adam Driver would be better as Doctor Doom, honestly, than he would be as Reed Richards. But that aside, I'd be surprised how long that got already pushed back. I think another year almost, or quite a bit back. Blade, I'll be surprised if it ever happens. Because
sure.
At this point, it's been pushed back 20 times. And Blade, to me, is it's a no-brainer. It's like, how do you not get this right? Blade is like the Friday the 13th franchise of Marvel. All you got to do is have a black dude running around in leather killing vampires. How hard is that?
And paying his taxes, right? And paying his taxes. Sorry, Wesley.
But no, and as far as
done, man.
The rest of it goes, Avatar. I mean, I'm starting to take bets if James Cameron's going to make it to Avatar 5. My guess is he'll die while they make it, because it'll be so far out. Even Zoe Saldana was joking that she'll be in her 50s by the time they finish these movies.
Yes.
I mean, most of the kids who saw Avatar in theaters will have Social Security by the time the last movie's out.
Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous.
Movies that I don't believe will happen, but I mean, people are debating which ones they are. I don't know if one of them is the Waititi movie, one's the Filoni movie, one's the Ray movie. Who knows? At the end of the day, but I'll also be surprised if either one of those comes to fruition outside of maybe the Filoni movie. That's my take on a lot of these delays. But like Andre was saying, he'd be more worried about Deadpool 3 because it's being moved up, which means it's going to get more of attention from the studio. But I pointed out to him, I think it's okay. I think it's safe, because this means it's probably mostly done. Bob came in well after that film started filming. Bob was one of the reasons why the movie never happened prior to this, because he was hung up on making it PG-13. So I think this movie is safe because you got Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman.
Is it going to be a PG-13
No. As far as we know, it's going to be R-rated.
Okay,
great.
Great.
Ryan Reynolds said he refused to do it unless it was going to be R-rated, so I'm assuming it's going to be R-rated. Good. And with those two kind of standing guard on this movie, that's the only reason I think Deadpool 3 has potential. Outside of that, Disney's screwed. They have nothing else.
Right. That more, to me, stinks of a desperation move, like you said, because they know this one is going to make some money, and some money is better than a loss. I used to call the other Disney movies the failures that have been popping out, the Little Mermaids and the Mulans and all those. I used to call them loss leaders, but to be a loss leader, you actually have to drive interest, in a thing. It's just a loss. It's just these movies are just financial losses for Disney, and certainly they're not bringing the money they need to purchase Hulu. So like those type of bucks. So yeah, from a practical standpoint, full fail there. This video has been a clip of a previous live stream, and it's clipped so you can get the information in a shorter, compact package, the information you need. If you want the full video, the whole context, the whole thing, you can check out the full stream that is in the link below. Check that out, and I will catch you guys later. Peace.